Alright, hey guys, I'm going to do an update video on the rescued ball python. Now, he's not in a good mood because, as you know, when we first got him, he had stuck sheds in his eyes. He had two on one side, one on the other. Soaked him, and then when they came off, that's how I know that we found that there was actually double stuck shed on one eyeball, because there was 3 caps in the water. And the reason he's in shed again is because he was highly dehydrated when we got him. And whenever you soak your snakes, they drink the water and they become hydrated, which is part of the shedding process. It's not only external humidity, but it's also them having enough water to drink. So what we do, put them in this tank here. It's a little bit under 100 degrees. I like to use this. It has air holes made with a soldering tool. Put the lid and I put the towel over it because, like I mentioned before, they like to be in the dark. Now, I might get bit right here, but it's not the snake's fault because the snake hasn't been able to see through 3 sheds. Because when I get them caps over, it's just like putting saran wrap over your face and you ain't going to be able to see what is going on around you. So, if I reach in here and get bit, it's technically my fault, but I'm trying to help the snake. So, we're just going to kind of grab him, and they call them ball pythons because they stay in a ball. You can see the eyes are blue, it's in the shed, but it's in a lot better condition now than it was simply because he is hydrated. Now they don't actually like the water, it kind of stresses them out a little bit, so there's always the possibility of getting bit again, taken out, but these are the steps that I take in order to make sure that my animals are good. So we're going to stick them in here probably 30 minutes to an hour. He still hasn't eaten, and he still has some very visible wrinkles right there, but that's partially due because of the shade. Those kind of go away. It's kind of like whenever you go to sleep and the wrinkles of the pillow or whatever get stuck on your face, and you get bedhead, their scales kind of bend over a little bit when they're in these positions, especially being as unhealthy as he was. So, you stick him in there, and he's going to chill. Like I said, 30 minutes to an hour. Should start loosening up the scales. Then we cover them. Helps hold the temperature in, and they like to be in the dark. That's why they have to have the 2 hides and no light on top. If you want to see how we've got this set up, got the 2 hides. You got the cold side hide, the warm side hide. Wires usually don't dangle like this, but there's an under tank heater that puts the heat up. Like I said, for thermal regulation. If you can't afford the $12 for your digital thermometer right here, you don't need to have a reptile. So that's the update. There's no mites, no respiratory infection, there's no mouth rot, there's no scale rot. So we will uncover him here in about 30 minutes. It's 2:26 right now, so maybe 3:30. Check the progress. He probably won't shed today. Probably be a few more days since he has the blue eyes, but he's been under such stress the entire time that, I mean, the way this animal was mistreated baffles me, but it doesn't surprise me. And another quick shot of Coyote. And I'll finish up the video talking a little bit about this baby Deathstalker scorpion. He was right there. He just shed last night. He's actually grown a little bit. His tail's much fatter. Got a beautiful black ring on there, and you can start to see the lines on the back. He's been walking around like a boss all day because he's a little bit bigger. Up to this point, living on the mother's back, she would have caught prey and killed it, and kind of damaged it enough to get the goo to come out, so the babies can come off her back and eat. But I think he's to the instar now that he's going to be able to start taking the pinhead crickets. Tarantula died. He's up there. We got to bury him. He was just old. That's all it was. Snakes in his hide. That's the other ball python. The cool thing about the Deathstalker scorpion is they're usually in the venomous animals ranges, they have like 2 or 3 different kinds of venom. They have up to 7 different kinds, and one of the kinds of venom, which what the venom is actually is a protein that has been adapted that they can kill the prey with. One of the proteins they found in the Deathstalker scorpion can cure brain tumors, so there's always that bonus. They say that its venom is the most expensive liquid in the world, because if you can get a gallon of it, they say it's worth $38 million, but you'd have to have a boatload of Deathstalker scorpions to get a gallon, because they only put out something like 0.001 milliliters on each sting. So, just kind of give a, it's kind of blurry, I don't know, I don't understand, there we go. But that's our setup, and I think I'll end the video there, here in a couple of days, or whenever this decides to shed, which we've named him Apollo. When he finally sheds and takes a meal, I'll do another video, because by then he should be acting a lot more healthy than what he is right now. And that's really about it. If you guys are interested in getting into reptiles or any of the exotic animal trades, just kind of contact me. I can kind of give you a run through of the basics of what you need, some of the easier beginner steps, and I do think I'm going to end this video with hand feeding the old bearded dragon here, 'cause he likes his super worms, and it's time for a snack. Oh, there he goes. Alright guys, we'll see you here in a few days after the snake shed, and I will see y'all later.